We have done configuring OSPF version 2 earlier. Now, let's try the version 3, OSPF version 3, which you might encounter in your exam. I'll be doing the hands-on work on Pocket Tracer and make sure that you download the 7.0 and up version. Pocket Tracer 6.0 won't recognize the magic command that we will be doing, so make sure you check the version that you are using. So, let me give you a checklist you should remember in configuring OSPF version 3. So, I'll just write it here in the notepad. So, first, you need to enable the IPv6 routing command. So, you just type IPv6 and unicast routing. There you go. Second, create a loopback interface that will be your router ID. So just create interface loopback and then just declare it as your router ID. This is the name of your router and each router ID must be unique. So please be reminded that router ID should not be the same to all other devices. It should be unique and different. The third one, create your OSPF in each of the interface and you have to endorse every directly connected network on your protocol. But instead of endorsing your directly connected network on the OSPF, you just go inside the interface. Then I'll just use the interface x-y, then declare the OSPF inside of the interface and IPv6, then OSPF. For example, I have the process ID of 25 and I'll just type the area number, just area 0. Now, after you have endorsed the OSPF protocol on each interfaces, input the command in the PIC router going to ISP. That will be the magic command that I will be showing you in a few seconds. And then lastly, create a default static route on the PIC router going to ISP. So I have the command IPv6 route and :\0 and the next hop address, which will be the ISP. Now, I'm going to show you how to configure OSPF version 3. So I have here the topology. I have 4 routers connected to ISP, and the one that is directly connected to ISP will be your PIC router. So I'll declare router 1 as your 2.2.2 for the router ID. This router connected to ISP would be 1.1.1. Then this router is 3.3.3 and this one is 4.4.4. So let's open first the router number 1. So I'll just put aside the notes also. Here it is. So you will be reminded for the commands. And let's do some work. So configure terminal, then terminal, and here we go. Then I'll just declare IPv6 unicast routing. You could use tab. And after that, we'll create a interface loopback 0. So that is the shortcut L0. Then I'll just type IP address with 2.2.2.2 and /32. Then after that, I'll create my OSPF. And I'll just declare IPv6 router OSPF, and I'll use the process ID of 25. And after that, I'll declare my router ID, which is the interface loopback I have created, 2.2.2.2. Then I'll just exit and I'll go inside the interface, which will be your interface G0/1. So there you go. Interface G0/1. Then I'll just put no shutdown, then IPv6. Then I'll enable it first. Oops. And enable. Then I'll just write IPv6 OSPF, the process number, and also the area. I'll use area 0. And after that, I'll just type it. Exit. Now let's go with the next one, which is this router, the PIC router going to ISP. I'll just put it right here so I could see very well the interface. Then oops, and then I'll just put the notes. And there you go. So I'll have config T, and then I'll enable first the routing command, IPv6 unicast-routing. There you go. Then I'll create a loopback interface from a router ID, which I'll be assigning this as 1.1.1.1 with a /32 of the subnet. Then afterwards, I'll create my OSPF IPv6 router. OSPF, I'll just use the same process number and declare my router ID as 1.1.1.1 and enable it on my interface. I will be enabling it on the G0/2 and G0/1. As you can see here, EIGRP, RIP, and also OSPF doesn't advertise the interface that is directly connected to the internet because they will be using a static route going to it. So be very careful and make sure that you only endorse the directly connected networks except for the interface that is going to the internet. Next is enabling it again. There you go. G0/2, or you could have a range for that. Int range G0/1 and space -2. Then you could have a IPv6. Just enable it first, and IPv6 OSPF with the process number of 25. Then declare the area. There you go. Then I'll go with the third router. Here it is, and there's the checklist here, and the interface would be G00 and G01. Here the checklist, and also the interface that we're gonna be configuring OSPF, which is interface G00 and G0/1. So for this one, first let's enable the IPv6 command. Okay, enable, then configure terminal, then IPv6 unicast-routing. Then let's create a interface loopback 0 with an IP address of 3.3.3.3 and subnet again of /32. And there the success. Then afterwards, let's endorse your OSPF IPv6 OSPF 25 again as my process ID. Oh, I forgot the word router in here. There you go. Then I'll just declare the router ID of 3.3.3.3. Then I'll just enable it on the interfaces. Interface G0/0 hyphen space 1. As you can see here, it's 00 and 0/1. Then type it. Space G001. Oh, my mistake, sorry. Interface range G0/0 up to 1. Then we'll endorse the OSPF IPv6 OSPF 25. Then it will be area 0. Go, exit. Then that's it. There you go. The neighbor adjacency is forming. And let's configure the last router. So it will be on the interface of G0/1. Have here the nodes, and enabling again IPv6 unicast-routing. Then create interface loopback 0 with an IP address of 4.4.4.4 with a subnet of /32. There you have it. Then let's endorse the OSPF IPv6 router, then OSPF 25, and let's declare the router ID, which I have created 4.4.4.4, and endorse it in the interface also. So that would be interface G0/1, then IPv6 OSPF 25 area 0, and I'll just enable IPv6 on the interfaces. So sorry, I forgot the interfaces also. You see interface range G0/0 up to 0/1. Then just tap IPv6 enable, and there you have it. So let's also check in this router. So it has a IPv6 enabled also. Now let's go back to the router that is going to the ISP, which is this router, and let's configure the magic command. But first, let's go inside the IPv6 OSPF protocol. So that would be IPv6 OSPF 25. Sorry, forgot the router. Then I'll declare the magic word, which will be this word: default dash information originate. Now you might be wondering what will be the meaning of this magic command. So this magic command will allow other routers to get to the ISP. It means that if you look at the topology, it will be like this. All routers will claim that they are the master of the routers connected to the ISP. So if you put the magic word default dash information originate, it will give a route to all the routers, and the router that have the command will tell others that I am the master, and I am the one who is going to ISP, which means that this is the head and that this is the last path that they would use in order for them to get to the ISP. Now, we're not done yet because we're gonna configure the IPv6 route, which is the command is like this: IPv6 route :\0, and I'll put the next hop address, which is my ISP, 2001 DB8B and B1B2. Then I'll put 1 since G0/0 is .2 and this is .1. I'll just put .1 because that is my next hop address. And there you have it. So in order for you to check if this really works, let's go with the last router, which is the router ID with 4.4, and let's try to ping one of the interfaces from this router. Let's try again to ping cafe, and let's try with this interface G01, and this interface is .2 and this one is .1. So I'll try to ping 2001 and then the DB8, then cafe, the :, which is T1. Oops, sorry. And there you have it. It's ping. Now let's try to ping this interface going to the ISP. I'll just ping 2001 DB8B B1B2 with first at 2, and there you go, and then .1. Now in this configuration, as you can see, I'm gonna configure the ISP, but take note that in your exam, only chosen devices you can configure, so the ISP can't be open in your exam. Now here in your laboratory, you will also put a IPv6 route and the :\0 with the next hop up, with the next hop of this interface, which is the G00, and that will be 1001 DB8B B1B2 with an address of 2 also. And oops, IPv6 route. Oh, there you go. And that's it. Now from that interface, let's try to ping router 3 again, and there you have it. You already pinged the ISP. So that's how you configure your IPv6 or your OSPF version 3, and here are your checklists. So please do remember should be unique. So router ID from each devices could not have the same router ID. So make sure you check one on this, guys. Just take note of that one. So here's a checklist for OSPF, and just remember this, and just read the questions very carefully and understand the statement, and just match the questions with the given choices in your Simlet. So that's it, and hope you guys learned something from this one. Thank you and have a great day.